Hello all, welcome back to the series. Today we are going to see how to set up our local development environment and run test cases. Also, I will be explaining you what are test cases actually and why it is important for this series. So let's get started. So it turns out that you will need three things to get your local environment set up. First one is a VS Code, which is a code editor. You can use anyone, but I will suggest that go for VS Code because it is best for JavaScript and makes your development a lot easier. The next one is Node.js, which is a cross-platform open source server environment where you can run your JavaScript code and see them live. Third one is the task runner, which is a specific plugin that we will be using for our use case. So let's now move on to setting up our local development environment. So first thing is we are going to install Node.js. Head over to your browser, type Node.js and it will open the first page. Now go to this page and download this LTS version here. Don't download the current version because it may have bugs that may haunt you later. So first click on this LTS version and then I have already downloaded it, but I will download again to show you the process. Once it's downloaded, click on this download and it will ask for permissions. Install it anyway. Now it will check for everything and then it will open the setup. Once the setup is there, accept the license terms and conditions. Click on next. Set up your file path as per me. I am keeping it very simple and to the default. Next, click on this. Make sure that you have this add to path enabled. Now for the next part, don't add anything extra. Then click on next and it will click for install. Since this will require administrator permission for you, you have to wait for some time. Now the administrator permission is there and it's saying validating install. So once it's installed, it will say finish and you can click on the finish. To check if it is installed, click on window R, type CMD and it will open this. Now type node space V, that is for version. And if it shows the version, that means you have successfully installed your software. Now we will install our VS Code. Click on the new tab and type VS Code. Click on this VS Code and it will say download for Windows. If you have other version, you can download it from here. And I will highly suggest that go for stable, not for insiders. Click on stable and it will create the download link. Okay, so now the downloading is complete. We will just open it and it will run the installer. Accept the terms and conditions. Click on next. You can create your desktop icon. Make sure that you add these options like register to code and add to path is mandatory. These are optionals. So you have already this. Click on install and it will install the VS Code. For the third part, we are going to install something called task runner or code runner, whatever you like. So now we will open our code edit. Then click on this extension icon here and type code runner. Click on the first icon and it shows this icon. Okay. Now you have to install it. I have already installed it. Once you install it, you will see this run code, Control Alt and N option is there. Now let's check if it works or not. What I'm going to do is I have created a folder called tutorial. Inside that I am trying to write hello.js. Don't worry about the code. I will be explaining everything from the next video onwards. And once you have written the code, click on this icon and you can see that it's already shown as hello. So that's it for the development part. Now let's see what is test cases and how to implement them. So it turns out that test cases are really what it suggests. They are cases created specifically for test. Let's see how it works. Let's say you have a code file and you deployed it to somewhere and it has a lot of bugs and your client got unhappy. But what you can do instead is you can create that similar script, test it using certain conditions, and then if you are satisfied with the results, you can actually deploy it and that will make the client satisfied. So now that we have understood what are test cases, let's see how to implement them and why do we even need them. So if you remember, we were using Alchemy and here they have given certain tasks. Everything is very good, but focus here. Here it calls module.exports is equal to get flow. So what module.exports does is it takes the input and the return values of this particular file and exports it to some another file, which is text.js. This is our test cases. So when I click on run test cases, it will just return the output. But you will not be having any fancy thing like that we have on Alchemy. So what I suggest is you can do this. Copy this entire function, go to your VS Code, paste it, type console.log get floor for this example, that is the function name, and whatever test cases is defined. We are going to take every value from this and paste it and check if we will get the similar value what is shown here. Okay, once I click on task runner again, you can see I have 1 3 minus 13, which matches exactly with what we have here. Okay, so I hope that it was pretty interesting to you, and we will look into variables from the next part onwards. See you there. Thanks for watching.